So this week's expression is when pigs fly. When pigs fly. Have you ever heard this phrase before?
I've never heard pigs.
Yeah, so this is a really common phrase, but I'll just explain what it is, and then I'll kind of have you guys guess what it's used for. But basically, it is. Okay, I'll use an example because I can't find my notes right now. My goodness, this is my first day of class. Okay, so it's a figure of speech, and it's using a highly unlikely or impossible situation to emphasize the phrase. So basically, the impossible situation is when pigs fly. Pigs don't have wings; they don't fly, right? So the way it's used is it's used in a humorous way, kind of. And the best way I can explain it when I use it is when my friends ask for something kind of a little too much. Like, for example, I'll use you as an example, okay? You have a very expensive handbag, okay? And you're with your best friend, okay? And your best friend knows that you just bought this brand new Gucci for thousands of dollars, right? Now, your friend says, hey, can I borrow your Gucci handbag tonight? So you could do two things. You could either kind of get angry at her or, kind of, friction, or you can say, when pigs fly, which means basically impossible. No, you're never going to borrow this thing. You can borrow it if pigs fly, right? You can also use this in kind of a sarcastic way. Like I've used this with my friends when they even ask me the smallest favor. Like I'm watching TV and my friend's like, hey Ben, can you grab me a beer? My feet hurt. I'm like, yeah, when pigs fly. Like, no way, do it yourself, Do you guys, it's the most random phrase, but in English, if you say this to someone, an English speaker, they'll be blown away. They'll be like, where did you learn this phrase? Because it's so odd. Do you guys have any questions about this, or do you guys want to do a little exercise on this? Like Alex, can you think of an example where, maybe you were a teenager and you asked your parents for a brand new car or something where they could have said, yeah, right, when pigs fly,
Right.
Have you
Well,
Have you ever asked for something a little too much?
I was born too early. So I didn't have anything. Yeah.
How about you guys? Maybe at work or coworkers clients ask you for too much, like in advertising?
Yeah,
Often? Maybe you should pull this out and turn around and just walk over.
I ask the draft. The deadline is too short every time. So I would say this frame to them when pigs fly. But yeah, I can, right?
No.
I can say this to my clients,
Right. Yeah, only if they speak English and only if they're your friends. Yeah, right. Anyone else can have a funny story maybe that maybe you could use this on someone like your parents, or maybe you have an English speaking person or friend?
Do you use this frame to your parents?
Oh yeah. But my parents, well, yeah, maybe when I was younger, I probably said something like this, like, my dad's like, my mom would say, no, actually I have a really good example. This is not when pigs fly, but if I needed something from my dad, and my mom was at home, my dad wasn't there, I wouldn't ask my mom. But then when my dad was there, I'd ask my dad, and my dad knew that I was kind of manipulating him. He would say, go ask your mom. So that's almost kind of like when pigs fly. So I know if I ask my mom, she'll say, when pigs fly, you're not getting it. You're staying home or whatever. All right, great. Let's go to